This is your time. But you don't quite see it yet. We know this, and we are patient with you. We hope you will see it soon, as we can tell you are getting exhausted from all of the fighting. You are always in the midst of some form of battle. So we find this an opportune time to try again, disrupt the set, and to get the message through. However, you are stubborn, and you are very focused on your battle stance. So this can, at times, be a challenge for us. The things you would usually pick up instantly, you miss, as your attention is elsewhere. The many methods we have developed to communicate with one another over the years have enabled us to be in sync on so many issues. You hear us in ways that make us proud of how far we have come. But we know when you get this far into the battle mode, regardless of our progress till now, you struggle to hear us like we know you can. You have become so fixated on what you see as the only outcome. Anything else just isn't noticed. This isn't a conscious act. It's your mode. You do not want to hear anything other than your vision. So our attempts to communicate are therefore rendered mute. We know, one way or another, this message from us to you will resonate. And finally, we will be in the best position to assist you to move your mind forward. We say, finally, as this is not the first time this has happened. When you take the time to look back, you can easily recall a cycle of this behavior over many years. This fighter has been part of you for as long as you care to remember. And it has gained you many results. You fear, should you give up the fighter in you, that you will be a shadow of your former self, that you may languish in mediocrity as you settle for less, as the inner fire for justice and retribution in you subsides. You'll become a husk of your past whole self, who is eaten up inside by all the wrongs being done to you and the frustrations of not being able to do anything about it. You become hollow, empty, because the fight that once was made you a character, gave you purpose and drive. And without this, you fear you have lost yourself. This is not the case, but you may not yet be ready to hear that. We want to tell you, you are justified in everything you do. The causes that you fight for and the injustice you stand up to are all the markings of a high moral compass. This makes our job more challenging, but not impossible. For why should we want to end your crusades for such a just cause? Your connection with justice and drive does make you an unstoppable force that is powered by right and honor. There are parts of you that thrive on doing the right thing, regardless of the consequences, regardless of the impact or debris left in your wake. You must be the maker of change. Otherwise, you are just like the others. You tell yourself this frequently. You don't want to be like them. But the long-lasting upliftment, gratification, and triumph you may seek from these endeavors all too often never materialize, or at best are fleeting. Blinded by right, you continue on. You are on a mission to be the one that stands up when others would give in. When you come across an unwinnable fight, this is like food for the starving lion. You set your eyes on it and you get focused. This will be mine. In order that the aggressors are in no doubt, they have been seen, their antics have been noted, and they will not get away with this. You will be the one that finally makes a stand for the truth. Your tenacity, drive, and conviction have served you well. It is not a part of you we wish to take away. Yet, we do hope you come to realize you are in this cycle for a reason. These battles, situations, predicaments, and causes show up for a reason. They show up to present to you once again who you are. The question is, are you listening to the response? Are you positioned in a place where you can receive it? The fact there is a cycle that repeats may already let you know that there is still more to learn. You have come so far with your skills and your talents, but they will not get you to where you need to go next. You need to consider a change in your approach. However, there are elements that you may not yet notice. Not notice that you have other parts of you that you are yet to utilize. Other parts of you that would like the opportunity to be developed and come forward. These parts, the evolution of these parts of you, we know is a challenge for you. As this is the part you are unable to see as clearly as we do. The part of you that knows there is another way. The part of you that will step away from a fight and still feel empowered. Right now, this path feels like defeat, as though you're turning your back on yourself, like you'd let yourself down. The fighter in you tells you it is the only way you can win. But ask yourself, is that the truth of you? Are you only this one thing? When you listen to those fighting words, where are they coming from? What part of you feels the fight is the only way to come out the other side? We know there is more to you than this, and we want you to want to bring it out. It is time. You respond well to pain. It is anchored to you like it has become you now. Touch a raw nerve and watch you go. Do you really want to give away your equilibrium so easily? Is this still who you want to be? Your triggers are giving you feedback about your path's progress. They are telling you no one should be able to pull your strings in that way. It is time to take back the reins, to listen to your inner knowing and learn. Learn how you have given others the key to control you from afar. Learn how you provide them with all the ammunition they will ever need to try to bring you down. You gave them this key willingly. This was never your intention to give this away so easily. This is something you know you would like to take back, to own once again, to hold all the cards so you can decide when to deal, how to shuffle, and what to play. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. It plays and it plays over in your mind, over and over again. You get more fierce every time you imagine anyone trying to take this away from you. You become obsessively focused on the minds of the others that are in this cycle with you, the ones that you see as against you. You try to reason with them. Where are they coming from? But you cannot identify with them. You are too connected with your position and with the fight. They have never met anyone like you before, and they will remember this encounter you will prove to them that it was futile to come up against you, that their attempts to make you powerless only drive you on even more. You become empowered by their lack of belief in you. It gives you strength. It stokes the fire. It stokes the fire within for the fights yet to come. You know, they cannot see the lengths of your determination. What they see in you, they fear and misplace as aggression. But this is incorrect. They are not of the mind to go any deeper, as they prefer to play the record about you that sounds the most pleasing to them. And it serves them to make a monster out of you and to make it your mission to prove them wrong. You have nothing to prove. You have forgotten who you are. These battles are merely the tools being used to direct your attention back inwards. You've spent so much time and energy externally focused that the messages we're sending to your inner being are being missed. You are out there when you should be in here. You are a leader. You were never meant to have this type of affinity with the people you were sent to teach. It is right that they don't see you. They were never going to. The more you try to convince them otherwise, the more you are doing yourself a disservice, and the further away you are from your true calling. You are being called to something else, something that is not with them, something that is not for them. You are to make your own way. You can certainly stay with them by your side if that still serves you, but you must do it while striving for better. However, it is always best to let it go if it drains you. It will come around again, just not in the way you may expect. Because we have other plans for you that you are missing because of this distracted focus. We ask that you take the time to learn this lesson and heed the message. You are being called elsewhere. Your trust and belief in us is all that we ask at this time, as we know you cannot fathom anything other than what you desire at this time. But it is because of the desires that you put out that we have come to you with this. You asked, but the answer is different than you expected. Now, all we ask is that you begin to allow the answer to come to you in a different way.